Today, we're exploring Monteverde, Costa Rica, one of the most biodiverse places on the planet. From the moment we arrived, it's a paradise of lush forests, wildlife, and exciting adventures. And due to this place has been credited by being the birthplace of ecotourism. And we're going to be diving in head first to see what it's all about. We'll be starting our day at Selventura Adventure Park to take advantage of their Canopy tours and experience their wildlife sanctuaries. Then we'll go to Santa Elena to experience some restaurants and walk around the town, before finishing our day with a night walk through the famous cloud forest.
So come with us as we experience the best of ecotourism here in Monteverde!
Welcome to Selventura Adventure Park, one of the main ecological adventure attractions here in Monteverde. From zip lines to animal sanctuaries, this park has over 850 acres of protected land that borders the famous cloud forest.
Good morning. First of all, my name is Luis. I'm gonna be your guide today. The next 2 hours, we have 13 cables and 17 platforms.
After we were geared up and then got our safety briefing from Luis and his team, we were underway on our Canopy tour. As you heard from Luis, we would be zipping on 13 different cables, as well as one optional bonus cable at the end that Aaron made me do for this video. We started off on platform 1 and then we were off to the races. In total, all 13 cables added up to about 2.2 miles, and one of which, the tandem at the end, was 1 kilometer long. The zip lines were split into 2 groups of 6 with a large tandem line in between each group. In between the first 2 groups of 6 was a walking section so you could enjoy a little bit of the Monteverde cloud forest. After the last 6, you then have the optional Tarzan swing, which is a lot more terrifying in person than it is on camera. Is this all that holds me?
Wait.
Okay.
There you go.
But after the Tarzan swing, you have your final cable, which is the 1 kilometer. You can pay extra to do the Superman, which is where you lay flat and go by yourself, but we elected to do the tandem ones, and it was, in my opinion, just as fun. This was the longest and the fastest of the trip, and provided us with some really cool views of some of the activities that are coming up next.
So we just finished up the zip lines. What an awesome experience that was. I mean, there were some that were so big that we got to go tandem. So I got to go with Kate once, and then the other time I got to go with Will, which was really, really awesome. We finished that up, and now we're doing the walking bridges that go over the cloud forest. And they're these big green extension bridges, and they're literally over the treetops. It's literally so beautiful here.
The Canopy bridges, or the Treetop walkways as they call it at Selventura, are a group of 8 bridges that link a 1.9 mile trail overlooking the cloud forest. The different bridges range anywhere between 170 feet to 560 feet in length and provide stunning views of the cloud forest canopy. Yeah, we've yet to see any wildlife just yet. You can hear just birds everywhere. It's super hard to spot. I don't know if you can see, just the tree canopies are just really thick. It's super hard to spot any of the birds that we see because you can just see how thick all of this is. They just kind of blend in. They've been doing this for a long time. They're masters of camouflage for sure. But you can definitely hear them. We're just surrounded by wildlife in this forest.
When I think back, one of the most underrated parts of this adventure was exploring the forest floor. Costa Rica is known for being one of the most biodiverse places on the planet, and you can really see that here. I mean, we even saw a tree root that looked like a monkey. If you've ever been here before and saw this, leave us a comment about your experience.
It's cool. It's just like a really relaxing walk. We're just clearing through the canopies. We do have one more part of the tour where I think we're guaranteed to see wildlife. Yeah, this is awesome. The bridges are a little bit swingy.
All right, so we just walked through the rest of the bridges, and unfortunately we didn't see much wildlife. We saw one little thing, but we didn't get it on film. I'm not really sure what it was. But now we are going to the sloth place, which is going to be the best part of this whole tour. It's sloth time. Sloth. I'm 12 out of 10. I'm way too excited. Let's go.
The sloth habitat here is a giant pill-shaped building. It's split half and half between the sloth habitat and the butterfly garden. The sloth side is home to about 20 two-toed sloths. These furry creatures have been rescued from poaching, accidents, or something else that won't allow them to return to the wild. So this is now their forever home.
So we are at a sloth sanctuary, which means that something happened to these sloths and they are not getting put back into the wild, so this is their forever home, and they're very well cared for here. They were talking to us about the things that they eat. They eat sweet potatoes, omelets, bugs, all kinds of different things. But yeah, they're really cute.
We spent the next 30 minutes or so just kind of looking around the habitat of the sloths and learning a little bit more about them. All the sloths in this sanctuary are two-toed sloths. You can tell this because they have a funny little pig nose, like Aaron said earlier, compared to the three-toed sloth, which looks like he has a little smiley face. But after our time up was here, we headed across the building to the butterfly garden.
Lepidopters is the family of the butterflies. But the lepidopters, we included two groups. 14,000 lepidopters in Costa Rica. 2,000 are butterflies. 12,000 are moths. Inside the building, inside the butterfly garden, we can find 25 different species of butterflies.
After learning a little bit about the butterflies from our guide, we were then cut loose to just go walk around the exhibit. It really was like being a Disney princess. There were just butterflies everywhere. There were even butterflies that were in cocoon and some that were actually actively hatching while we were there, which was really neat to see. But after about 30 minutes spent here, we were on to the final exhibit, which was the reptiles and amphibians. This was definitely the smallest exhibit of the day, but our guide provided us with some really interesting facts about the different reptiles kept here. Like this little rascal, the eyelash viper.
That's because we can find this snake inside the banana plants. But if you don't check first, you can receive the bite of this snake near to the neck or near to the mouth. For that reason we call kiss of death. Active day and night, carnivore, this one gives very normal, South Pacific, Costa Rica, and all.
Considering we're overlanding on this trip, we really hope we don't see any kisses of death. If you haven't seen that video, we'll link it below. After finishing our reptile tour, we made our way into the town of Santa Elena to see what all the town has to offer. We started off by going to Café Monteverde to get some coffee and a little snack. We were a little hungry, so we apologize for the lack of footage, but here's a photo of our meal.
Alright, so we're exploring the town of Santa Elena and we're just walking around looking at all the shops, like a dozen or more coffee shops, a bunch of really good restaurants. We're actually going to go eat at one right now. They're known for their farm-to-table menu. It's all like a lot of vegetarian options and stuff like that. And what we've read, all the restaurants here, to participate in ecotourism, they don't let any scraps go to waste. So a lot of things go to compost, which then they send out to farmers or wherever else to fertilize the soil. So like this whole town is like farm to table, like everything just participates in reuse, reduce, recycle. And actually the campground that we're staying at tonight, in case you didn't see last week's video where we are car camping, so go watch that. Our host at the campground picks up trash on the side of the road and then turns it into art. I don't want to post a bunch of videos because it's all over his house. It's kind of his privacy, but just trust me, I tell you, he makes some awesome stuff with the trash that he finds on the side of the road, like grills and tables and all kinds of stuff like that. So he's not only cleaning up the community, but also making something out of the trash. Next up, we headed over to Open Kitchen, which is a farm-to-table, vegan-friendly restaurant. This cozy little spot not only has an assortment of local goods from the area, but also offers traditional Costa Rican dishes, as well as other creative options from around the world. From the coffees, we both ordered food. I elected to go with the gallo pinto, which is a traditional Costa Rican breakfast, while Aaron went with the open avocado sandwich. Tell us how it is, Aaron.
Cheers. That's really good.
After lunch, we stumbled across Belmar Craft Brewery. We spent about 30 minutes here just catching up, but the beers were great, the views were great, and we even got to see some wildlife from across the pond here. This is definitely a good little spot to relax or even catch a beer before heading into the cloud forest, as we were about to do.
Okay, so we just left the brewery and we're here at the Monteverde Cloud Forest to do our night walking tour. We're going to show you as much as we can because it's, as we said, it's a night walking tour, so I don't know how much we're going to be able to show you, but hopefully we'll get to see some really cool creatures tonight.
Ready? Yeah. Come here.
I can't express how cool this tour was. Being in the jungle at night was an experience in itself, and our guide really added to the experience. You could tell that he was really passionate about tracking the wildlife and making sure we saw as much as we could in our short time here.
Oh my god.
The wasp is almost about this big.
Oh, no.
Almost actually like that.
No. And they only go for tarantulas?
The spiders in general.
Okay.
We have pseudopexy and the pexigons.
Okay.
Yeah, we have different genus, or two different genus.
Big thank you to our guide Caesar. We saw lots of wildlife and learned a lot about how climate change is affecting the cloud forest. From warmer temperatures to changing participation patterns, the cloud forest ecosystem is changing every year. Since the 1970s, the number of dry days in the rainforest have quadrupled from 25 days to 110 days.
This tour was an eye-opening experience and is helping bring awareness to this subject in a hands-on way.
This was definitely importantly, the best way to wrap up our big day in Montverde. We've really enjoyed getting to learn about this special place through the different ecotourism activities, and we wanted to leave you with some sites in the description if you're interested in helping or learning more. Until next time.
From what lush, what I don't know. So we just finished up the zip line. Go that way.
Wow. How do I turn this thing off?
Not in captivity. Not never. I've never seen one. This is the first time for me, ever. I'm 12 out of 10. I'm way too excited.
I'm gonna fall, Will.
Okay, I'm ready. I was laughing. I'm sorry.
Okay, go for it.
Okay. What do I need to say?